Hello everybody, welcome to Just Gaming Today. Today we're going to be taking a look at a demo. It's called Robicon. It's more or less an inner tower defense. You have an inner defense zone here that expands as the game goes along, and you've got enemies coming at you. It's more of a techie one where you've got guns and whatnot going along, and you build a bigger and bigger zone. It's a limited demo at the moment. There's a limited number of turns. You fight two bosses. You have a variety of phases that come along the way. You earn money, build more towers, upgrade towers, the typical tower defense type thing. I love tower defense games, so let's get into this. I've played this quite a bit, so everything's unlocked. But I wanted to show, you can't do everything in this demo. There's 3 different danger levels. We'll play low today just to kind of look. Low sometimes is challenging depending on what gets thrown at you. But it looks like they're going to have 4 zones altogether, at least on this screen from what I'm seeing. This is the only zone that's open. This is the only way to start your mission. So here you start off with this basic like blast tower. It basically just shoots like a machine gun. It shoots fast, fast, fast. You can upgrade it to be faster and so forth. You start with this. You start with this layout too. So what's interesting here that I'm very interested in seeing is not just the starting tower, but when they release more information and more of this game, I'm wondering if when you go and select a different starting build, if this platform or the way that you start your defense zone stays in this plus format, or if you start in a circle or a line. I think there's a variety of things they could do, not only with the turrets, but with the way that your zone is laid out in the beginning. It mentions no abilities, so the base platform for demo players, no special features or abilities. So I'm wondering if there's some sort of progression, some meta progression or whatnot. And then you've also got this battle build. I'm wondering if you can start to force a particular build for a game as well. So there's a lot here that isn't available in the demo yet. I'm really, really, really looking forward to a demo update. I've had this for quite a bit. I play it just to kind of, play it in the background and whatnot, just to relax and maybe watch a YouTube video or whatnot. So let's get into this. You start the mission. Every mission starts the same way, at least right now in the demo. You've got your starting tower here. Things to note, $6. You earn generally $6 per round. So we've got $6 right now. There are things called protocols that end up going in here. There are game-changing effects that typically apply to a specific type of turret. If you notice on this turret, it's called Storm. The modules, it says Burst. The different types of modules seem to be, at least in the demo, the way that the impacts of the protocols are. You can see specific details about this particular gun. For instance, at the top, the damage is 4, the fire rate is 3. I think that's 3 per second. The range is 10, and then the module is 0. So that module power impacts the things within the module. So where it says burst, you can get more shots by increasing that module power. There's a variety of ways to do that. Leveling, having different modules next to you. Modules are things, let's see, we're only going to get turrets at the moment, but modules are things you can put into a platform here that will impact the things around it, either impacting other modules or the turrets. So this one, we've got another storm here. I'm just going to place it separately so we get more fire down range. We don't have anything in inventory. Other things to note is this will give you a rundown of how much damage each of your towers have done, and then you can see what's coming next. You kind of got to learn these. There's nothing that's going to tell you just by hovering over it. This is a mission, regular mission like you just saw, regular mission, store. This is increase your zone by 2, so you can add 2 little areas here. And then regular mission, regular mission. You can speed the game up here. You can only speed it up at the moment through when the game is active. So I'm going to leave it at 1 just for this, and let's go to the next one. And through this, as we're going through this, this is all happening on its own. You don't have to press any buttons for that to happen. It's an autoplay feature. So here we got a missile launcher. So the missile launcher is called Volcano. It's a Deadeye, increases the tower damage. See, it does a lot more damage than the bursts, but it's 54 damage, fire rate of 0.4 per second. So about every 3 seconds it's going to shoot something. Has a range of 25 though, and module power of 3. So the things you do to your modules, the Deadeye and stuff, it's going to have more of an impact. So this one, you can see when you hover over it, you can also see the range. So that is the where it turned light green is the range. When you hover over the missile launcher, it's covering the entire zone at this moment. As the game progresses, the zones will open up some more too. So there we go. You can hover over it during the game. You see the missile launcher is essentially everywhere at the moment. It's slow. So here's our first shop. The very first thing I do with a shop, and you can do however you'd like to, but I have 18 bucks. I'm going to upgrade, and when you hover over the upgrade, it's going to tell you the benefits. So going from level 1 to level 2, I have a 95% chance of getting a level 1. You see these are like level 1s. You see where it says level 1 up in the top right-hand corner. And then you have a 5% chance of getting a level 2. So the level 2s are light blue, and they have increased stats and better stats and whatnot. Now, when you do this upgrade, it not only does that upgrade, but it opens up another slot in the shop. So we'd have 3 slots. This upgrade not only applies to items that are in the shop, but when you get your little package at the end, your little delivery package for completing a mission, it also applies to those. So getting that upgrade early exposes you to these level 2 turrets and level 2 modules earlier. So I like to go ahead and do that. Upgrade it. I can't upgrade it again because I only have $8. I could sell things as well. That's $2. But at the moment, I kind of just run with what I have. At the moment, I have a missile launcher. I have a missile launcher here. Missile launchers are pretty good just to have around because it's something that can start firing really, really far away. So I'm going to go ahead and get this. I'm going to just put it separate at the moment because we want a lot of things firing. Later on, we can combine them. You can take this, and when you see that little square over it, it means you can add it together to become a level 2 missile launcher. For now, we're just going to keep it separate. The other options we have is this mine demolisher. It drops mines. So it spawns mines and kind of puts them out over so the enemies have to run through them. And then there's this breaker, which is it's shrapnel. It hits something and then turns into shrapnel, and things behind it will also get hit for a certain amount of damage. I'm going to pass on these for the moment so we can save $4. I'm going to look to try and target this next upgrade. You see if we upgrade it again, it decreases the chances for level 1, increases level 2, and opens up level 3 as well. It's 2% chance for level 3, but still it's that chance. You're going to get a lot of things coming through the game. So I like having that opened up so we can potentially get some good towers. So let's start the battle again. And these first ones are typically rather pedestrian. These first ones, you're going to take a little bit of damage. It does regen during the play. And then you kind of stabilize again once you get more firepower down. Now, how you choose, you see we're limited to this square here. So these are the ones that are in a ghost form are the ones that are the maximum that you can get to. I think, at least in the start screen, you can see it progresses way out here sometimes. So you can build like this whole maze or network of things to place your towers on. At the moment, what I've been doing is basically putting these two or any two that kind of span out a little bit. I put these together because there are things, there's these modules that you can put in, and this allows me to put a module together that can affect these and these. So I kind of do this at the moment just to kind of see what I get here. So I didn't get any modules, so I got some guns. I'm going to put this heavy shot down and this parasite. I don't particularly care for the parasite. Parasite shoots out and causes corrosion, causes an explosion. Doesn't do any damage, but it causes an explosion that then causes corrosion and causes the enemies that have been hit to take more damage after the fact. This heavy shot, it's like a cannon. So you shoot it out, it hits a group and explodes. So we'll watch that in action. So if you watch the cannon, it's going to start firing. It's got a pretty good range. You'll see it explode when it hits. And then you also see the parasite is causing things to turn light green. Hopefully we don't die here because this isn't the best random towers that we've gotten. We got another missile launcher, so I'm going to go ahead and upgrade a missile launcher. And now we've got a missile launcher that does 80 instead of 54. You see it's a little bit faster. The range is a little better, and the module power is a little better. So between the two, it's okay. This silence emits like this arc that goes out and slows enemies. It doesn't do any damage again. I'm not a particular fan of these at the moment, but we've got it. We've got a spot, so we'll play it. See this corrosion impact here. Anytime they turn that highlighted yellow, we're taking damage, and I'm a little bit concerned here. So here I'm going to go ahead and combine our machine guns together. I'm going to go ahead and do this, and this is going to be our first module. So the module I'm going to lay down is called the Hyate. It's an attack speed modifier. So when I lay it down here, you're going to see that these towers get faster. So this is listed at 4.2 at the moment. If I take it off, it's listed as 4. So it's a slight improvement, but it impacts 3 towers. You cannot rotate these at the moment. I think it's something they planned. You'll see as we get more modules, that modules face this way and only impact 2 things or 1 thing or 3 things or 4 things, just depending on the module. So this one here, I'm going to go ahead and replace this corrosion one and then put this in my inventory, probably for sale later. We got a shop coming up. Let's see if we can regenerate some health now that we got some firepower and some faster shooting. Hopefully we don't take as much damage. Oh, it's going to be close. Yeah, this selection of towers isn't the best. 3 hit points. We squeaked by. I don't like that, but it is what it is. It probably won't be a long run. Upgrade. We've got $8 left. I'm going to sell this one. I really don't like this one. I'm going to sell this one as well. I do not like it. This is a shotgun. Shotguns are really good for defending a side, so I put it out towards the edges. There's also flamers out here. We may or may not get to see those because we don't have a very good run going on here. There is some randomness to this, so sometimes you get some towers that are effective, sometimes not. It's tough. So now I have these 2 bursts over here. I'm going to actually switch this shotgun over here and see if we can defend this side a little better when things get in close. I've got $8 left over. I'm kind of in a desperate situation here, so I'm going to go ahead and reroll and see if we get anything. So we do have a cannon we can use to improve our cannon. I'm going to go ahead and do that. Just because I've only got 3 hit points left and I can't take any damage. It's going to regen a little bit, but it's going to be rough. All right, let's see. That's a lot of stuff coming in. Okay, I'm at 33, slowly recovering. Maybe we've hit the point where we recovered enough. That'll be nice. So I'm going to go ahead and go down here, open these 2 spots. Okay, now this is a pretty good thing. This one is a module you can attach to something, and it boosts the connected tower so that it has 2 additional shots. So that's pretty nice. I'm going to go ahead and move this down at the moment to here. I'm going to move this heavy shot down so I can place this here. Now what you'll see on the heavy shot is it normally fires 1 shot, but now that this is connected to it, see where it just has 1 shot. You don't even see anything down there at the bottom. But now when we put that on, it says fires multiple shots at once per attack. So basically you're getting a double fire out of it, which is pretty cool. This is the flamer I was talking about called Torchline. It basically shoots out a wave of flame. It is a really good up-close defense. So I'm going to go ahead and throw that down here. In addition, I'm going to probably switch the shotgun over here. So I have a close defender and a close defender here. You see how they have kind of small ranges. But they typically, this fires a lot of shots. We didn't really look at the spray earlier. It's got 5 shots per spray, and it shoots out in kind of a cone. The Reiko is another ghost line. I'm not really convinced on these ghost lines. This one shoots out like a circle that gets smaller as it goes on. It goes down range. It does decent damage, but it pierces things but I haven't yet seen it do extremely good things. But maybe that's just me. Let's start the battle again. So not too bad so far. It looks like my close-up defense is a little bit better. I took a little bit of damage there. These circular things are getting in still. But I made it. So this is the first profile, the ones that look a little floppy disk back in the day, 3.5. I guess that's what it looks like to me. I'm old enough to remember 3.5 disks here. So we have extended volley. So when you go over these protocols, you'll see towers light up. That'll tell you what towers it's going to affect. You can also see there's common, there's rares, there's uncommons in between. This wave affects the flamer, and this one affects the deadeye. So I've got 2 deadeye towers. So this is a common. Not really interested in the commons too much. You can always skip this and get $15. I do that quite a bit. The burst, if I want to specialize in burst, this +2 shots is pretty good. You know, right now they're doing 2 shots. They would do 4 every time they fire. It's a rare, so I'm going to go ahead and take it. And we've got the Reiko to sell. Let's start. So you see the protocol came up here too. You can always review your protocols by hovering them over them up here. You'll see that these start to look more like a line of fire instead of being able to get the individual bullets picked out with your eye. So here, this is good. We got a burst upgrade. This is the one ghost line that I actually kind of like. It fires out kind of like a square of energy and it pierces. So it's kind of cool. I do like that one. Now here we have a level 2 version of this scatter. So I'm going to put this up here on my heavy shot. At this point in time, I might move my heavy shot or my missile launcher over here. Having 3 missile fires is really good. I like the missile launchers better than the heavy shot. Kind of using what I got though. And then once we can open up some slots here, we'll probably put that back on a heavy shot somewhere. Or put it on the flamer. Flamer's pretty cool because you get multiple flames when you add those extra shots. So you see here the missile launcher is now firing multiple missiles. And it targets, you know, different targets. So I kind of like having those extra shots on the missile launchers. So we've almost fully recovered from the 3 health that we had left. That you see how this slow regen, ability to defend yourself is pretty good. These shield blockers are kind of rough because they have that shield out in front of them, but we survived. It's $30 to upgrade. I'm going to go ahead and sell this to do the upgrade. I kind of take a hit because I'm not improving this at all, but this upgrade is really good in that it opens up level 4, decreases significantly your chance for a level 1, and you start getting into this level 2 mode. You see that I've accumulated enough where 5 out of my 9 spaces here, I think it is, are level 2. So I need to get those level 2 upgrades. I could buy like 2 of these and combine them down here and then put it here to get a level 3, but it's much more efficient and cheaper. Like a level 2 is going to cost you $6 here. So it's much more efficient and cheaper if you get the level 2 right out. So let's do an upgrade. So open up a slot. I would love to buy that, but I don't have the money. So start battle. Hopefully I make it. We got to make it to the boss here. This boss fight is kind of rough. So we'll see if we've got enough here to take that out. We do get 2 spots, so I can get that extra shot back in. I actually might put it on this level 1 missile launcher and see if we can take stuff out at a distance. So let's do here and here. The reason I'm going here is because then I can get an extra speed out of this module here. Let's open, see what goodies we get. So here, let's just, I like to have my modules down here and this here. So I got some new things here to work with. I'm going to move my shotgun for the moment over here, move my missile launcher here, and extra shots here. Move shotgun up here, so it's, again, defending those edges. I kind of like to use them for that. So we got a couple new things. Katana. This katana fires a shot, and then it bounces around. So it can bounce up to 3 times, and damage after the bounce is 80%. So, and it fires very quickly. You see 4 shots per second. We're going to go ahead and put that in. I do like katanas. It's going to, at that level 1 katana will perform at the top here just being a level 1. It's ridiculous. I might actually move. It already fires pretty quickly, so let's keep this heavy shot where it's at. If it was level 2, I'd put it over here and get the extra bonus there. I might go ahead and move this shotgun here so we can get extra shot. It normally fires 3, now it fires 5. Or sorry, normally fires 1, now it fires 2. So it'll bounce around those 2 shots a little more. This one here adds extra health. So if we put this out, you'll see our health go from 255 or up to 255. It also adds to the minimum as well. For now, we're going to keep it here because we need firepower. So let's start the battle there. You'll see the katana. You'll see some shots just bouncing around as it fires. So we got a number of different interactions. I think in the demo you're just kind of playing with variety because they want to showcase some of the different towers and what their effects are and stuff. So here we got common. Hyper bounce gives us another ricochet. This wave gives us some increased scale. And then precision fire on Deadeye increases damage, or increases the bonus damage. I'm going to go ahead and just take 15 bucks. So you'll see katana, level 1 katana is performing pretty well here. It would be higher if we didn't have the missile launcher and heavy shots, because the missile launcher heavy shots killing some things off at a distance outside the katana's range. But it fires so fast, it typically does pretty well. Hopefully we can make it through this one. Looks like we're okay. So this katana is great because I can level up my katana and we get a level 2 Seiko. Let's go and level up the katana. Now we have still 2 shots, bounces 3 times. We've got 8 damage instead of 6 and a little bit wider range, I believe. So Seiko, I'd have to remove something, or I can create a level 3 burst, or level 3 storm. I think I'm going to do that because I've got this extra speed here, and then I'm going to put the Seiko here. We're going into this boss level. We really need to see if we can get past this. There's really nothing else I can do, so we're going to click go. So what I like about this boss level fight for us is we've got a lot of missiles going down range. We've got the shield down on the top boss. It's down, and that one's down. Okay, we did great. Now, every boss level, at least this first one, you don't get a prize at the end because it's the end. We've got Megaton Grid, which is plus 200% damage for explosion, which will apply to the heavy shot. Overburst increases shots plus 30% from the tower. That's for the little machine gun here. And then Overblast Spray. Overblast Spray is interesting. I don't like passing these up for 15 bucks because they're epics. So what this one does is it says, your module power is disabled. So right now, the module power is 4. I believe when I select this, it's going to go to 0. But you see here where it says shots 5, that module power 4 is adding shots to this shotgun. However, this Overblast Spray disables that, but goes from 4 shots to 16 shots. So I kind of like this because then I can start targeting to try and get shotguns placed around. So we'll go and do that. We'll apply them. We'll look at the shotgun again. So now you see the module power is still 4, but you don't see any extra power down below where it says shots. Everything else, down there has little percentages and stuff and does different things to impact the tower. Now this is just a standard tower. You can increase its level, but you can't increase its module power. You can still be affected by these modules, I believe, but that's it. So here, we're going to sell this Reiko. I may even sell this, but I've invested some things here, so, a protocol here. So I want to maybe keep this because we're still getting some level 1s. Nothing too interesting here. Let's upgrade. Now you see our upgrades are really kicking in, where most of the things we get are going to be at least level 2 now. I would spend $6 here, but I don't have a place to put it until after. I'm going to go ahead and spend this because we're taking a lot of damage. So let's see what we get. So to get a level 2 Seiko, not my favorite, but we don't beggars can't be choosers here. I think I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that. I'm going to do one more reroll because I really need to kind of improve some things here, and I don't see a lot of things we can improve yet. Sorry about that. So you can see a variety of these. You know, you've got things pointing in different directions, so you can only put them in certain ways. I do like this extra damage. However, you know, we'd have to lose something. So for the moment, I'm going to buy a second Hayate and increase my damage or increase my attack speed here. So now things are even faster. You know, we've almost got this up to once a second. So after the next battle, we'll get a chance to increase, you know, the size increased here. We'll get a chance to lay down some more platforms. I call them platforms. I don't know officially what they're called. All right, well, that battle went great. We regenerated our health back. I'm going to go ahead and... Our main moneymaker is this missile and the katana. So, missile launcher, I'm probably going to go here, just in case, so I can put something else here. And I'm also going to go down here and maybe grab this... which one? Let's grab this one and just see if we get some modules that we can put in here to help us out. Okay, well, we did get a second burst. We did get a mine layer, and then we got some damage. So I'm going to move this here. It's down and around. I'm going to put damage up here. So the heavy shot is getting some extra damage. And then what do we want to put over here? Let's throw this Seika over here. Let's combine these and throw this here. For the moment, I'm taking this missile launcher out and putting, maybe not. Let's put the miner in so you can see what the miner does. So this one is the demolisher, and it lays those mines down. So it'll lay down a kind of a platform. You'll see it start just shooting. There's a maximum number of mines that can be deployed. I think it's per demolisher. I think it's 20, and then there's a protocol that can increase it to 60. So you can really lay a lot of mines down. The mines are nice because it's just this passive way of randomly taking out some targets. Now you see it's not shooting anymore because it has the maximum number of mines out. When a mine goes off, it would deploy some more. We're keeping that missile launcher in the hopes that we'll find more. So here we can increase the power here. So the katana shoots more. Nothing else really. I don't really like these breakers. I'm just going to keep it out for the moment, even though it is level 2. We'll roll with what we have. And there is music and sound. I just turn it down. Just a lot of shooting. Typically when I play this game, I'm either watching a YouTube video or listening to some music or something. It's no. I'm not smashing on the music or the sound effects. They're quite good. It's just I play this as kind of a game in the background. So we did get a missile launcher that's excellent. We got another one to start building, and we got another extra shots. So let's increase our missile launcher to level 3. We don't have anywhere else to lay that down. We got a shop coming up. We've got $27. We've got some things to sell. So right now I think we have 33. We'll get another $6. We should have about $39 going into the next shop with what we have to sell. There are ways to make more money per run and make more money or decrease like the shop rerolls or decrease the prices in the shop. You do that through protocols. We just haven't seen any of those. So we have 35 at the moment. So right before we got a little bit extra. So this one's going to sell for I think 4, so 39. So I was right. So 39. Here. So these guys are things that increase damage over time as you kill things. You see they just go to 2 spots. I don't use these a lot unless I just get fed them again and again and again. Here we can change, we can increase damage. I'm going to buy this because we already got a slot for that. we then just replace this level 1 with the level 2. Nothing else here is really of interest. This one here is a nice one, an enhancer. It enhances by giving extra bonus to the towers it connects to or to the modules it connects to. So it can increase the power of modules and so forth. So for instance, this health here says it adds 80. If it's connected to this, it's probably going to add closer to 95 or 100. It's on level 3, so it's fairly powerful. They're quite good. I just don't know how to fit it in at the moment. Some of these level 1 towers may need to go soon. Let's see what we got. So we did get a shotgun. So we're going to just drop that right on there and get a level 2. We have a way to increase our speed. So we're going to do that. And also we pick up another damage. So this one is what? Explosive round. Yeah. So you can make rounds from towers that aren't normally explosive. So we're going to switch this damage out again. I'm just going to keep these because I can hopefully upgrade this to a level 4 fairly soon if I get the right things to buy. I think we're going to keep our $11 and go with what we have here. So we get to add on some platforms next. All right, let's see what we got going on here. All right, so 2 add-ons. I do have another. I'm going to go ahead and add this here just to get this extra shot. The extra shot is really powerful, and this will start shooting out more in a cone if I keep that gun here. It's not as powerful on these because it's just you have so many shots already. But on these slower ones, I mean, that's 2, but having an extra block firing out is quite good. And then I have another opportunity to lay a damage down. I'll probably put it here, but I need somewhere to move. So let's go maybe here so I can move this flamer up. Let's see what we get in our goodie pack. We get a module here, another thing to sell probably. So let's move the flamer here. Here, let's put our damage here. Let's put our extra shots here. We didn't take any damage, so I think we're okay there for the moment. Let's go. Now these guys are getting a lot of extra damage, This tower is actually affected by 3 different enhancements. So quite good. So we're doing pretty good with this run. It was really scary being down at 3 health, but we barely squeaked by there. So here we've got an uncommon, common, and common. I'm more interested in what the I'm more interested in, you know, maybe taking the $15 here. What do you think about this? All right, well, I think we're just going to take the $15. I don't think anything else is better. So let's start the battle there. So let's speed this up a little bit. So you can see that the battle's going much faster now. And you can really just churn through battles and learn more about the game quickly. So here we're going to combine the damage. And then I have a damage I can combine there. We got some range modifiers there, but we haven't really been using those. So you kind of get, I won't say you're locked out of things, but unless you get a really, really high level one, you don't really want to change this a lot. At least I don't. I kind of only change dramatically if something's not working. Ooh, we got some level 4 hits here, so that's kind of cool. We got a level 3 katana. $60 to upgrade. Let's sell this. Let's sell the range modifiers. I think we're going to do more purchasing on this one rather than upgrade. This katana is really good. I think we're going to do that. Put that there. We might even move this katana around. I think the katana's maybe better off here, just really whip firing everything, and move the heavy shot down here with an extra shot. I don't know if that's the right play or not. We might even put, we're going to take this missile, the mine layer out, put another katana in. This upgrade here is quite good. Let's do this. And then, I honestly might do something like this just to give, and then we'll expand down here. But making everything so fast is really good. And here we've got 2 shotguns too. So let's go shotgun, shotgun, and improve our shotgun here. I'm probably going to move my shotgun down here to do more damage. Let's reroll. I would have bought that health, but it's just I need firepower. Yeah, so here we're looking at this. We'll go ahead and make this level 4. We can buy a flamer to kind of make up for what we were doing over here. I'm going to give up on mines. And I could change back 24 bucks. I think I'm going to save the 24 bucks at this point and look to do one more upgrade. So let's go. See a goodie chest. So we got a combination there. So we got a better heavy shot. Got a damage there. Let's go again. Still haven't taken any damage, so that close-up protection is working quite nice. When we take a little bit, we can regenerate it. So protocols, we got a rare EMP. We don't have EMPs. We don't have ricochet. Or we do, but it's not as good. I think I'm just going to stick with the 15 bucks again. So we need to get that upgrade. Hopefully we make it through this one. So here, let's open this up. And I'm going to open this up so maybe we can push this up and get another bonus thing here. Yes. All right, so we're going to open this heavy shot up here, get some firepower or some attack speed there. Let's put another heavy shot down here, and these are probably going to be for sale. I kind of wish you can even go faster than 2 times, but it's a demo, so there'll probably be even more coming down the pike. Goodie chest. Oh, that's an excellent one. Let's do this. Let's get this upgraded. Let's put a better flamer out. So we can get that upgraded. Excellent. All right, so here we're in another shop. Let's sell these 2. Nothing in this shop here. Let's upgrade. Ooh, yeah, let's get that. That's going to go on our missile launcher. Let's improve this one. I'm going to put that over here. Shotgun. Damage. We have oh, we don't have enough money. We upgraded, that's right. So I've got 3 bucks. Let's just run as is for the moment. I might get rid of this heavy shot and put a flamer down here. Doing pretty good. Okay, let's go here. Here. I'm going to put a flamer instead of this heavy shot. We got some sellable stuff here. That's better. Blast versus katana or flamer. Let's go with that for the moment. I'm edging towards the flamer just for the ability to, get some close-in defense. I've got some pretty good range, but you see that the bottom there, they were able to take out quite a few of those things at once. All commons and uncommons, plus 2 free rerolls is quite good. I'm going to go ahead and grab that instead of the 15 bucks. See, we still have some lingering mines, which is kind of nice too. If you get some mine layers in the very beginning of the game, sometimes you can keep, a pretty decent amount of mines around you, even if you don't have the mine layers anymore. So that's quite nice that they don't just disappear. We're going to go here and here because we have this damage modifier here. I'm going to put this burst out actually. Let's see what our goodie has in it. A Reiko for sale, and then a module. I'm going to go ahead and upgrade that module just in case. There we go. Let's see what's in our goodies. Greater Flamer, Seiko. And here I believe we're going to sell this. I think if we hit start, it just sells it. Yeah. So we should be exposing the last boss here fairly soon. We're pretty deep into this run. So here, let's sell all of our sellables. I'll keep this for the moment. See what we get. I'm going to sell this. I'm going to sell this because we're probably not going to see any of those. I'm going to sell all these level 1s just because we're not going to be seeing them as often. Let's get this katana. Let's upgrade that katana here. Let's make that level 4. Damage. Heavy shot. Get a heavy shot 4 there. Let's re-roll. Re-roll. Damage. Heavy shot or... Not really sold on the heavy shots, but that's what the cards are telling us right now. Okay, so we get a level 5 heavy shot. Not bad. Nothing else fits us. Let's save our 13 bucks and go. I believe after this wave, we'll see the boss at the end here. I think we get a shop right before the end boss, and we get a protocol, then a shop. So this looks like a pretty comfy run. I don't like that we have 200 there for health, but that's okay. We're going to skip those. Nothing good there. Let's start the battle again. Yeah, here's the final boss for the demo. Goodie chest. Increase that. Range and a minor. We don't really need that. Then we'll probably increase down along this bottom edge or top edge. I'm not quite sure yet. We are taking some damage. I think the next time we increase, we're going to increase them for a module. So for the module, let's increase here and here. So we're going to put the module out, and we're going to put the health here so we have more health. Nothing really there. Let's click go. We got a lot of nice things that just nice leveled things. It's just things we're not using. So you're kind of locked in at the end. You don't have spaces for them, and you know having that extra health is just more beneficial at this point, just as a buffer. So nothing there, and nothing here. Should probably just let it auto sell it at this point, but. Okay, doing pretty good. All right, uncommon, uncommon. Nothing really works for what we have. Let's go. So we're just accumulating money for those final shop and the setup against the bosses. There's a lot of things coming at you in that final run. I'd really like to be at full health going into that, but we'll see. Maybe we'll be able to do that. We're going to be really close. So here, sell. None of this is of any value to us. So we have a lot of monies. So here we're going to go and get a level 5, get a better flamer, get a better machine gun. I am going to put a katana down here. Here. see much there. Down to there. Seiko, maybe I can get the level 5 there. Like that. Really only got one more reroll. Kind of just stuck with what we have. Let's go. Here's the boss. So hopefully this boss level is really hard. I don't know if we're going to make it, but let's see if we can. We got a lot of close in, but they're getting really close. Oh, we made it. So 120, mission complete. I hope you liked the demo. Hope you liked watching. It has 2 other difficulty levels, so it's quite good for a demo. You got a lot of things you can do and build and whatnot. So check it out. It's Robicon. It is quite a good game. I am very much looking forward for its full release. Thanks for stopping by today. I really appreciate it. Take care, everybody. Like and subscribe if you can. Bye.